Well, hello, welcome to July 4th, 2022. Happy birthday, United States of America. My name is Kurt, and this video is my daily good life meditation, a video that I make every morning, first thing after waking up, to remind myself of my life objectives and principles, and to see how I'm doing applying these to my everyday. Ooh, I feel like I'm out of breath. This just hasn't been easy for about 2 or 3 weeks now. It used to be that making this video was a routine and easy and even a fun part of my day. Now it's work. Okay, let's do it. First, let's review yesterday. And it's not like I'm necessarily doing poorly, except for my hernia, which has certainly affected me. Otherwise, I'm doing well, better at work. I'm actually sleeping better. Just that this particular effort is an effort. As I sip of my coffee, I could use that. Maybe I should drink my coffee before I start the video. So, yeah, I slept all the way to the alarm this morning. Had a solid night's sleep. I didn't get up at all. That's a really good sign. That's been happening increasingly lately. Less and less have I been suffering my insomnia. That's been since I started doing the intermittent fasting. And since Yumiko and I resolved to go back to Japan, I wonder which of the two, if not both of them, is the cause. The intermittent fasting means that we simply eat, Yumiko and I, my wife and I, simply eat 2 meals a day. We have a meal around lunchtime, a small, it's not necessarily too small meal, but it's a deliberately truncated meal. Not a lot. And then a full meal at around 6:30. So, and then that's it. And we're allowed to do a little snacking between lunchtime and dinner, but nothing at all between dinner and the the noonish meal the next day. And the weight has indeed been coming off. And it's affected my hernia too. My hernia is less likely to occur. When it occurs, it pops out and I have to push it back in. So it's been helpful. And I'm sleeping better. So otherwise, yesterday was a very good and routine day. Full day off. No work, no chores, no house cleaning. I literally I don't even think we went anywhere. We just went to the dog park to walk the dogs. Literally, I just read most of the day. That's a good day. Why don't I just don't feel good when I'm making this video. Otherwise I'm feeling okay, but this video is hard. I'm really sorely tempted to do my lightning round. But let me try to do a better job. Here we go. Let's do the good life. 7 objectives and 30 principles. My first objective is to be always ready to die. Just to have my life in a good situation, or with all 3 things. Personal, finances and affairs, relationships, and my life's work, my book. 2, to make good and effective use of time, to not fritter the days away. 3, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles. Oh, that's something I did yesterday. I spent about 3 hours working on going alone. I was modifying, if you saw the video yesterday, I was doing a little work on my sub-principles. And as a result, I went in and I worked on formatting on the book. I'm pleased with the results. There were some tricky parts in the formatting. Just the way the thing looks that I didn't like. I was able to fix those. Yesterday was a good day working on that. Next is to cultivate good emotional reactions. So like I don't feel good right now. I'm not enjoying making this video. But I don't think that that's coming through too evident. It's not too evident other than the fact I keep saying so. I think I keep a pretty good face, although I usually this time of the day I look tired. I am tired. Next is to perform good actions, just to do good things. And then to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, and then to do just one thing at a time, and to do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully. Okay, now next is to my 30 principles. Number 1 is the principle of war, to always be endeavoring to fight against what I think is true and what others propose to me is true that seems important. The goal, of course, is to believe, as Matt Dillahunty would say, to believe as many true things as possible and to not believe as many untrue things as possible. Number 2 is to there is the principle of reason, and the principles of suffering, of honesty, objectivity, doubt. No, prudence. I was going to put prudence here, but I actually moved prudence to public speaking. I swear to goodness I had a fourth one here. I should have looked it up yesterday. Next is the Homunculus, the idea of that I have a consciousness but not a soul. And then the Anchorhold, the proposition that my soul will die with me and nothing will go on after that. And then the home of good and evil, the idea that right and wrong are subjective principles that we hold that don't exist outside of us. And then purpose. My 3 purpose are to be a good husband and father, to be a virtuous human being, working to improve the well-being of thinking creatures, and 3, to share the message of my book, Going Alone, namely the Good Life Creed. Next is the atomic principle. Everything is made of little bits and pieces, atoms and molecules, and every thing that is composed of such things has a tendency to fall to pieces and to transform into other things. Like my body when I die will be burned up and rendered into heat and smoke and flame and ash. The energy, sound, and smoke to go off up into the air and dissipate into the environment. I guess the smoke will get used somehow, but the ash will find its way into being recycled. Next comes the principle of nature. Everything has some particular nature. It's good to recognize what that is. And then the pirate ride. Free will is a very convincing illusion, but nothing more. And then after the pirate ride comes maturity and the sub-principles of wisdom and fortitude. And then the social principle, we need each other. And then public speaking and the sub-principles of, okay, this is where I added prudence. Public speaking has the sub-principles of gossip is one of them. And prudence is another. And there was the third one, but I can't remember. I have to look it up. I wonder if it's in here. I think that one's had sub-principles long enough. It could be. Public speaking, oh yeah, the principles are small words. Really what it means is simple words, small words probably. I should probably change that. Maybe best words. Best words. Rumor and gossip is what I have here. Small words, rumor, and gossip. I don't see why I did that. I don't want to engage in spreading rumor, and I certainly don't want to gossip. I should probably change that to best words. Where's my thing? Okay. Should I say good words? Good words. What I meant by small words was not to be highfalutin, flaunting or anything. Good words. Rumor. Gossip and prudence. I swear to God, prudence went there. Distinct discernment with regard to speaking and communicating. Next comes temperance. Very careful, deliberate living of life. And the sub-principles of suffering, simplicity, and apathy. And then the horror show. All the terrible stuff that's going on. And then that which must be borne, and what we have to bear is the fact of the horror show and all the responsibility that we've onboarded in life. And then the Feast of Offal, when we get upset and throw that out into the world. And then distraction. We distract ourselves from the emptiness of the universe, which I call the great indifference, which is the next principle. And then the best seat in the house, to be okay with who I am, where I am, and what I'm doing. And then the Path of Wildness, which is the way to progress into a new life and create a great life adventure. I really should move those two closer together. They belong next to each other. Next comes, let me make a note. Move the path of wildness and the great life adventure closer. You get on the path by deciding that a change is needed, to think about the facts of that change, the options, and then make a decision, possibly informed of our gut. Then you're on the path. Yumiko and I are solidly on the path back to Japan. Solidly. Now, I had to do that. I think I already did create a playlist called the Return to Japan playlist. I created a Return to USA playlist, which I'm very grateful for. It's on my YouTube channel. A whole host of videos to that end. I had to create one like that. I had to start creating the whole superstructure of our Japan life again. Next comes the risk of avoiding risk, the surface level risks of life, of education and career and home and family and saving for retirement. and the deep risk of having a great life adventure and finding ourselves. Sin and damnation. The 7 sins in my worldview are falsity, credulity, faith, superstition, dogma, authority, and gossip. And the consequence is damnation in the here and now. Next comes complete oblivion. The idea that when we're dead, there's nothing left to follow. No final reunion with the ones we love. No final reconciliation. No opportunity to make things better. And no final justice. Then comes the great life adventure. One or more experiences that kind of form the centerpiece of our life. Then the season of philosophy, a time to record what we've learned along the way. And then the bullseyeing, striving for the mark but missing. The uphill climb, striving forward, upwards, not stopping. Arena and utility. Life is an arena. The arena for the pursuit of our objectives by way of our principles. Then after the arena and utility comes nothing is enough. A suggestion towards much less, even more than temperance might recommend. And then finally, the principle of fun, reminder to have a good time along the way. There we go. I did it. Okay, now my preparation for today. Today, Yumiko and I are going to go to Idlewild to celebrate the 4th of July. We'll have a good time. Have some lunch. We're going to leave in 2 hours. So I need to finish this, read my Bible, feed the dogs, get myself ready, and off we go. Boy, I just don't feel it today. Just don't feel good. I'm not depressed. Just don't have, it's like just not motivated today. Okay. Pushing through nonetheless. Take care. Be safe, but not too safe.